Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Senior Vice President, Sales and Business Development, eGain, AJ Berkeley.
Good morning, everybody. We're very excited about having so many people in. This is a good time for us. I think you're going to find the next day and a half very interesting. One of the things that is in a form of a welcome, I think many of you joined us last night for the learning session over at the High Tech Museum. The only thing I learned is I don't want to be in an 8.3 earthquake. That was frightening. I've been in a few here that are in the 6 range, but 8.3 takes it to a whole other level. Can't even imagine that. So one of the things that I wanted to cover is just a few minutes before we get into the general session. And that is probably about 12, 13 years ago, you guys told us that your customers were saying, I don't want to have my information entered every time I either get transferred or come in through a different channel. You need to know me better. So what we did is we started building on our platform based on knowledge. So no matter what channel you came in on, we would know a lot about your customer. Through the years, you told us we need the ability to notify, or we need social, or we need co-browse. And so over the years leading up to last year, we built a lot of that, partnered, but for the most part, built it and put it into our platform. So we had the one platform, whatever products you needed for your customers, we put it in. Last year was very interesting because it changed a bit. We heard 2 things last year from you. One is your customers were expecting to have first-time resolution. And you told us it would even be better if it was zero contact resolution, meaning we know what you're going to experience and we're going to solve it before you even call us. Best of all worlds to your customers. The other thing you told us is this technology is getting more and more complex. Help us manage it. So one of the things we went out on the second part here is how are we going to help you manage it? How are we going to help you know what's going on in the digital world here for your enterprise? And we started looking at partners and very quickly met the guys from Exony and thought this is going to be a good partner. They have a lot of the pieces that we're looking for. They had all of the digital pieces, all of the voice pieces. And then adding our other channels to that could have a complete consolidated view of the enterprise. So when we got into dealing with them, we noticed there are so many similarities. We both had very good relationships with Cisco. The way we sold was pretty much the same. It was just the synergy kept coming together. So we combined forces this past year, as many of you know, with the addition of Exony joining eGain. And you will see a bunch of the outputs coming in today and tomorrow. Some of the announcements that we'll make about what we're doing just to solve that problem, meaning how do I go about managing an enterprise. You'll also see a bunch of other pieces as we move forward, like we have Laura in talking about, as she wrote, the effortless experience. Many of you may know the CEB group and how they do, so Laura's going to be here, and she'll be here soon addressing that. We have Bill Miller from CompuCom. So one of our customers, one of our good customers, met Bill last night for the first time, and I think you'll be excited to hear what he has to say. And then there's a bunch of other things going on. Laura, I think, is also managing a panel session later on today. And we have Zach Miller from Cisco, who's going to speak to us as well, one of our biggest partners that we've been dealing with for quite some time, and another source of a lot of inputs in developing where we're going it comes from Cisco and the Cisco partners. So that's all been well worthwhile. So I think what you'll get to see today is definitely take advantage of the demonstrations that we have set up outside. You're going to see some announcements today that will be unique, I think. You'll see some demonstrations. that are pretty interesting. So I think it's time to get on with the general session. At this time, I'm going to introduce Ashu Roy. Ashu is our President and CEO. So Ashu.